Okay. This is a video that got out of hand. So stay with me, bear with me. See, happy 4th of July. I got my little flag t-shirt on. Got my little fireworks up there. I've got my flag, my little flag. They hand out these at uh naturalization ceremonies. And all right. Gone with the Whiskers. Lori Cass. In the summer season in Chilson, Michigan, and the town is packed with tourists ready for fabulous 4th of July fireworks show. Minnie Hamilton and her rescue cat Edie have spent a busy week on the bookmobile, delivering good cheer and great reads to even the library's most far-flung patrons. But Minnie is still up for the nighttime festivities, eager to show off her little town to visiting niece Katrina. But then, during the fireworks display, Katrina discovers a body. Minnie recognizes the victim as one of the bookmobile's most loyal patrons, and Minnie knows she and Eddie will have to get to the bottom of this murder. The hair of the dog. The dog days of summer have just begun, and Melanie Travis is looking forward to saving each lazy day. And where better to enjoy herself than at her Aunt Peg's 4th of July barbecue? It sounds ideal until an uninvited guest proves that even the latest dog day of the year can suddenly turn vicious. Melanie knew someone should have kept Barry Turk on the short leash. The straw poodle handler and the lady killer had a habit of chinnery that bred contempt in the dog show circuit. But when Barry is shot dead in his own driveway, even Melody is stunned at how unsporting the competition can get. Now, as Melanie digs for clues under Connecticut's well-groomed surface, she finds herself sniffing around in the killer's own backyard, and counts herself lucky to have the animal instincts to keep her alive. Bill Kreider, Red, White, and Blue Murder. There hasn't been any rain to speak of in Sheriff Dan Rhodes' Texas County for nearly 2 months. Rhodes does see a good side, though. He hasn't had to mow his yard in weeks, and the coming 4th of July fireworks have been canceled. Having nearly blown up twice, he soured on explosion. Besides, one spark in the wrong place in this weather, and the whole county could go up in flames. Although the county survives, a wooden shack does burn to the ground with the owner's body inside, and not even a sparkler was anywhere near the premises. Soon after, Rhodes witnesses a second conflagration at first hand from the refuge of his car as an angry woman shoots her gun in the stock of the fireworks stand. Well, that's something. The mystery novel, built around the down-to-earth Dan Rhodes and interlaced with Bill Kreider's sly humor and warm humanity, comprised one of the genre's most well-crafted, heartwarming series. Everybody likes a little Jessica Fletcher. Murder, She Wrote. Murder on Parade. I thanked Seth for dinner and said I'd be in touch with him tomorrow. He started to say something when a sound from behind a parked automobile caused us to turn. Facing us was a young man dressed in black, including a woolen cap pulled down low over his brow. At first I thought how odd it was to wear a hat on such a hot night, but then light glinted off the most striking feature about him, the very long, lethal knife in his hand. Money, come on, give me what you have. Seth pulled me behind him and took a step forward toward the would-be thief. Listen to me, young man. Put that foolish thing away. And the man lunged, swinging his knife in an arc in front of him. Oops. Joy Avon. Sweet tea and secrets. Last Christmas, Callie Aspen left her tour guide job and settled in Hart's Harbor, Maine. Now she helps out at Book Tea, her great aunt's vintage tea room, where each treat has a bookish clue. While preparing for a spectacular 4th of July tea party, Callie learns that 1980s TV star Monica Walker was last seen in Hart's Harbor before she vanished, allegedly to elope. Intrigued, Callie probes the townsfolk for information, but she's stunned when several locals share contradictory stories about the last day before Monica's disappearance. Did she intend to leave her TV hit series? Was she being stalked by her ex? Why is the newspaper editor who investigated the story so anxious about the cold case heating up? When one of the talkative townspeople turns up dead, Callie aims to catch the killer. But it's no picnic. Deputy Falk doesn't want her meddling, and the locals suddenly know more about the past than they're at liberty to admit. Sounds good. The first of this lady's books. I thought I'd do this because I own it. So I thought I would throw this in because I'm trying to collect them. The most delectable sleuthing couple, Nick and Nora, Annie and Max Darling, managed to find quite a bit of murder in their allegedly safe and serene South Carolina resort. After all, murder is Annie's business. Well, sort of. She's the proprietor of popular death-on-demand mystery bookstore and cafe, and her pesky establishment seems to attract trouble like Annie's pesky felines, Dorothy L. and Agatha, attract from furballs. And just when Annie and Max settle down for some quality and much needed time together, some corpse always rears its ugly head. Now, as they anticipate a festive summer, the irresistible duo watch their 4th of July holiday explode, not only with fun fireworks, but with murder as well. The folks on the Broward's Rock Library Board want to declare their independence from new member retired Brigadier General Charlton Bud Hatch, a man accustomed to being in charge. Hatch commandeered the 4th of July festival, a benefit for the library, and has maneuvered it away from its original theme, a history of South Carolina women, transforming it into his own testosterone vision of points of patriotism. Hatch's takeover attitude has alienated every woman in town, including good-natured Annie, but she finds it difficult to ignore him during the crowded patriotic festival, especially when he's shot dead before her eyes. Ah, this woman. If you need a book for a holiday, look for this woman. Look for her. She's got one for every single holiday out there. If you need one for Thanksgiving, or Christmas, or Easter, or Halloween, or Valentine's Day, she's got one. I love this woman. She's always comes through. A catered 4th of July. After a few cheery exchanges of movers and loudspeakers treason, the muskets are fired and the fake battle is over. But the blood on the notorious town playboy Jack Devlin looks very real. Is it possible that Jack has had his last tryst? When town councilman and resident loudmouth Rick Evans fingers Libby's beau Marvin as the killer, Bernie and Libby know they've got to get cooking on the case. But the former Casanova has burned half the town, including the hothead politician and his occasionally faithful wife. And what about reenactor Elsie Montague, who is in training to be an EMT, yet almost fainted at the sight of blood on the deceased? Yeah, you can't be an EMT if you're going to faint. A catered murder, a catered wedding, a catered Christmas, a catered Valentine's Day, a catered Halloween, a catered birthday party, a catered Thanksgiving, a catered St. Patrick's Day, a catered Christmas cookie, and a catered 4th of July. I love this woman. Independence Sleigh. With Independence Day fast approaching, Liv Montgomery is swamped coordinating one of the town's biggest festivals. In addition to the traditional 4th July 4th events, the town stages a spooky revolution reenactment that can't be missed. Every year, the ghost of a local war hero, Henry Galantine, played by his eccentric descendant, the same name, appears at the top of the family mansion, kicking off the night's revelries. But Henry's annual cameo goes away after the ghost signals SOS instead of a traditional cue. Liv rushes to rescue. She finds Henry missing and a real dead body instead of a faint haunt. Now she will have to hunt down both a murderer and a missing person quickly before unwanted political fireworks ignite and someone else winds up. Local history. Leslie Meier. Lucy Stone is in the doghouse with her next door neighbor, Mrs. Prudence Pratt. It seems that Kudo, the Stone's misshaving mutt, has developed a taste for Mrs. Matt's blue ribbon winning turkey. Yeah? You know who else likes turkey? Sleepyhead over here. Another sign that the crazy days of summer are in full swing arrives with a group of naturalists, aka nudists, descends on Tinker's Cove, skinny dipping at the pond that borders Mrs. Pratt's property, giving her something else to complain about. Worse still, the local lobstermen are upset about poachers, and suspicion falls on Mrs. Pratt's husband and son. Then the 4th of July fireworks are canceled to protect a patch of extremely rare purple spotted lichen, and Mrs. Pratt is the victim of a hit and run. Oh, not good. Not good. I just threw this in. It's not a 4th of July related, but I just threw it in. It looked good to me. Mystery point of view of the cat. Tired of politics as usual? Despair not. This election year, Rita Mae Brown has thrown her cat into the ring. Her intrepid feline co-author, Sneaky Pie Brown, is taking time off from her busy schedule writing best-selling mysteries to run for President of the United States. Hail to the chief. Sneaky Pie heads to the Oval Office with an animal-friendly agenda to unify all Americans regardless of whether they walk on 2 legs or 4 or fly. With help from friends, the irascible gray cat Pewter, the wise corgi T. Tucker, and Tally, the exuberant Jack Russell, Sneaky crisscrosses her home state of Virginia, hoping to go where nowhere cat since Sox Clinton has gone, 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue. In tradition of her heroine, Sojourn Truth, she takes case to the masses, journeying from the lamp of the red-shouldered hawk to the nest of the toothed titmouse, from a pasture full of curmudgeonly cows to the stately halls of Monticello. The tenacious tiger cat even secures the chatting support of Thomas Jefferson's mice. You gotta love it! And our final book. We've had this author before, but like I said, I was throwing in 2 because it fit. Red, White, and Blue, or Dead, White, and Blue. Summer is a hectic time of year for Annie Darling. Sun and scorching temperatures never fail to bring swarms of tourists to her mysterious bookstore. Death on demand. For the latest beach reads, Annie still finds time to enjoy herself. The Broward's Rock 4th of July dance is just around the corner, and the island is buzzing with excitement, Shellhurst included. The Shell is the kind of woman wives hate for good reason, and most of them wish she would just disappear. But when she does, and a teenage girl is the only one who seems to notice, Annie can't help but feel like someone should be looking for her. Last seen walking into the pine trees at the 4th of July fireworks display, Shell has seemingly vanished without a trace. The residents of Broward's Rock grow uneasy when a second islander mysteriously disappears. Annie and her husband Max know something dangerous is brewing. They soon find themselves following a twisted trail marked by blackmail, betrayal, and adultery winding from the corridors of the island lovely inn to a pier-lashed pelting rain to a gathering on the terrace of a country club where a trap is set for a calculating murderer. And those are your top 10 cozy mysteries. I forgot to show this. I have no idea where I got this. I think someone gave it to me. Georgie Porgy. The knickknacks we get. So, I hope you found something good to read on this happy 4th of July. Have a good one.